Hello, my beautiful, virtuous, vivacious Virgos. Welcome back to my channel. As you know, I'm Sachi the Scorpio, and I am here to deliver you your guided twin flame soulmate reading for the month of April. Please like, comment, subscribe. As always, the more energy that you send to me, the more energy I can give back to you. That's how it works on this channel. So for anybody new here, this is the general deck. This is the Spellcaster's Tarot that we take a look at. This is the clarifier for the light, which is more of the lighthearted karmic lessons that we learn in the soulmate twin flame relationships, as well as what is known, what is actually in the light that either you are very aware of or the other person is very aware of. And this is the clarifier for the shadow aspect. So that's some of the, more darker and more difficult karmic lessons that we learn in these relationships, as well as things that can be hidden from us, and we hope to bring that to the light. And then I will also be pulling some erotic tarot at the end to show some sexual energy, but I am now doing Vimeo readings. If you want the extended, it is below, and we will look into two separate sexual energies to see what both of you are into currently, whether that is with someone else or just with yourself. So the link for that will be below if you are interested in it. I also did a collective read for this whole coronavirus scare, so please take a look at the collective read that I have done for you guys. But let's see what you bring to the relationship. What does Virgo bring? So we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So this is not physically rejecting the relationship. You have not physically rejected it, or you could be letting go of that physical rejection, but I feel like you are not the one who rejected it. And it is about money situation, anything tangible that you can put your hands on, housing situation, possibly. And then we also have a stuck energy here of the Magician. So you aren't the one who turned it away, but something didn't manifest here. You bring not turning it away, not turning away the physical, but you also aren't manifesting something. What's the light energy of what Virgo's bringing? What's the light energy of what Virgo brings here? All right, what do you bring? So we have Justice in reverse, Six of Wands in reverse. I'm sorry, Nine of Wands in reverse, and the Knight of Wands. The Nine of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So, you bring to the situation, you feel like justice has not been done. Justice has not been served. You think that there's still more to this here. And of course, it's a soulmate twin flame relationship, so I'm sure that there is. So you feel like there has been an injustice, and you want that. And the Nine of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Wands, for me, it's that you're once again, this is not manifesting something, and I feel like it's because that flame isn't as powerful as it needs to be for this. That there is some sort of, this is very flamey energy, so you believe that they are your twin flame, is what I'm hearing for a lot of you, and that there's some sort of manifestation. Again, like you have a manifestation blockage here, and something didn't manifest because you bring this Knight of Wands, which is kind of a come and go energy, kind of sexually as well. Let's see, what are you letting go of in general? The Eight of Swords, this is letting go of being constrained by a twin flame, by a flame relationship. So I think that you're not physically rejecting this relationship, but you are, not actively manifesting it. And I think that you feel like you're not fully ready for something, and you don't want to be in grips about that. Yeah, about the Six of Cups. So you're letting go of being constrained by something, being blinded by some sort of communication, or playing things over in your own mind that really keep you in a certain place. About the Six of Cups in reverse, about how something did not manifest, about producing lineage. So I'm guessing some sort of, oh, we have it all, let's have kids and settle down, or something like that. And in the light, letting go of Eight of Pentacles, yeah, of working on this. And the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, yeah, the Divine Feminine is not feeding this. Not saying that, like, your Divine Feminine is not, like, feeding this. Your Divine Feminine energy, and also, you know, it has to do with the physical thing. So you're not physically rejecting this, but you're letting go of, you know, physically working towards this kind of connection. So I feel like you feel like they did you an injustice, and that's what you're bringing to the table is like, like I'm trying to, like, it's not manifesting and I'm judging you about that. There has not been justice because I have not physically rejected this, you know, but it's not manifesting in your life. What's the shadow here? That was coming out fast. Elemental of air. So that's the elemental of communication, you know, the element of air, the elemental of air. So I have a feeling that, you know, you might not be talking to this person, or, you know, just the very fabric of the way that you communicate of the element of air is really, you know, something that's an issue that you bring. Let's see sorry, Virgo, I know that you don't like to hear that sort of stuff. Nobody does, but you know I'm always going to tell it to you straight, okay? All right, what do they bring? The Page of Cups in reverse. So they are in some other emotional situation with someone else, I feel. And they haven't learned this emotional balance of balancing being emotionally invested than more than one situation. And maybe that's why it feels that they haven't been able to come towards you, and you're just like, well, you didn't physically reject it, but I feel that they have a problem coming towards you because of this. And you know, there is also Page of Cups in reverse, some issues with alcoholism here. This is also a heavy water card, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, but definitely heavy Pisces here, because we have that, you know, the fish there. And that's another thing, you know, that they bring is that, of what, you know, they're karmically learning in a relationship is that they can be emotionally invested in multiple people. So, you know, whatever relationship they have with you, that aside, they have another soulmate and or twin flame. Okay, so that wanted to slide out really annoyingly. And Knave of Pentacles in reverse is what they bring in the light with this Queen of Chalices. This is kind of in reverse, but more so in a stuck energy. So with the Knave of Pentacles, it's like they're not writing you. It looks like they're not messaging you, or they're not working on some sort of communication project. So if they were, you know, supposed to write you a letter or something like that, like they aren't doing that. They might not, you know, physically be working on a book or writing poetry or something like that. And Queen of Pentacles, or sorry, Queen of Chalices. So the energy that they bring, they have not fully grieved off of this. They have not gone through the proper emotional processing of this. Sorry, I just realized I was holding the cards like in a terrible place. So they might have not emotionally processed this, because the the Queen of Chalices, you know, Queen of Cups upright, is so good at emotionally regulating in this card. So emotionally wise. This is the highest divine feminine that you can get in the water realm. So wise and knowing how to control emotions, and knowing that point of like, this is something that I have to share with somebody else. That's the most proper way to emotionally regulate this, is to cry, is to talk it out with someone that I trust that will listen, you know? So that energy is stuck. So it's like they haven't reached that point. It's not that they're refusing to do it. They're just stuck in that cycle. And I think that's important for you to know about them, is they're really trying to, it's like, look, the Page of Cups in reverse is what they bring, and like in their light, they're really trying to clear that energy by learning that sort of emotional regulation energy. They're not working on it currently, but they know that that's a journey that they're on. All right, what's the shadow? What's the shadow of what they bring? Okay, that was a lot. Maiden of Fire, I do feel like there could, yeah, somebody else possibly. All right, what is the shadow aspect here? So I saw Wisdom pop up earlier, by the way. We also have Samhain here, so I'll pull it for you guys. Usually I wouldn't let this deck talk louder than 3, but this is already intense. So let me drink some water here. So in the shadow, they have the Maiden of Water in reverse. So whatever this like very emotional journey that they're on in this karmic lesson of having to learn how to emotionally regulate, they also, you know, in the shadow are learning how to get back to that emotional playfulness and that emotional, you know, the maiden ushers in new, the maiden or the maiden ushers in new, the mother nurtures, and you know that's the Queen of Chalices, the mother, and then the king, or I'm sorry, the mother of chalices nurtures, and the crone of chalices, you know, extinguishes that water, pours that cup out, ends that emotion. You know what I mean? So part of what they are learning in this emotional sort of thing is, you know, they're so overflowed with emotions that is just really crazy to them. And it's the Maiden of Water in reverse. So I have a feeling like what I'm getting is that they don't, they're so like crazy feelings. They like can't believe it that they have a new emotion that has brought them a third tie, a third emotional tie, and they're not sure what to do with this. They haven't been able to emotionally process the fact that they can be in love with more than one person is what I'm feeling. So that was pretty intense there. Yeah, and the Wisdom and Seven of Water, this emotional balance, finding emotional balance and like learning this wisdom of the shadow lesson. And so they need to like accept that sort of energy, that they have to let this new emotion in. You know, in their shadow, it's very much blocked. You know, this is their karmic path in that they bring a lot of karmic baggage, Virgo. And of course, you would take them on, you sweet ass souls. I love you, Virgo, so much because you really do help people like this, you know, who go through some very interesting karmic journeys, you know, that really need that Virgo energy to help them through. So kudos to you. I could never be a Virgo. I could never be a Virgo. Like, thank goodness for you guys. You really are wonderful. But I will remind you that just because it's a soul connection doesn't mean that it has to last forever. You know, like we really do have our free will about these sorts of things. So anyway, sorry about that tangent, but the Samhain in reverse, this is some pretty dark energy. So I feel like they might be going through a dark night of the soul. They might be going through some really dark karmic lessons, learning about emotions and learning about things like this emotional cycle, you know. Very interesting. All right, so let's see what you... Oh, yeah, these are saying that they want to go back, and I agree. You know, bless your hearts, Virgo. Bless your hearts. Because, you know, what they say is true. I'm not saying that this person is that way. You know, but Virgos get dealt a lot of fixer-uppers. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, I'll be real with you guys. I love a lot of Virgos in my life. So I see the patterns. And it's because you guys are so strong. You You know what I mean? All right, let's see. What does Virgo desire here? Page of Wands. It's like you want communication. You want some sort of like, I hear tweets. You want to hear tweets. And this is kind of more of a lighthearted sort of playful energy when it comes to the fire. So it could be that, you know, sexual energy or something, but I think that you're really waiting for them to respond to something. So temperance is what you desire. You know, we did have that alcohol energy, and temperance, what they brought was that alcoholic or addiction energy, and temperance literally is that the word for abstaining from alcohol. So I think that what you desire is, more balance in regards to whatever substance abuse that this is, because there needs to be some sort of balance. This can also be, actually emotional balance between a soulmate twin flame relationship in a more general sense, because it is equally splitting the vino. But what wants to come out here? Wow, of death. Yeah, so I do feel more of an alcoholic energy, but it's about some sort of end. Like you desire some sort of transformational energy here, that things need to, go up for sale and change. So this is finding some sort of balance that way, about something that either already happened that ended, about a death that did occur, and maybe why it's not, being reborn or rebirthed. It could also be, like I hear someone saying like, "Oh my God, like, don't you know that like this is in your history, and like someone died of alcoholism or substance abuse, like stop doing that." All right, what's the shadow aspect of what Virgo desires? What's the shadow aspect of what you desire, Virgo? So this wants to come out blocked. So this is Seven of Earth, which is physical stuff that can penetrate the emotions. So I really get that it's, you know what, I'm going to ask for a clarification, because I was going to say that it's like you want them to physically invest in you in some way in order for you to have like an emotional response. Yeah, it's a physical investment, something about something physically new, but not a new journey together. This is really interesting energy. It does have to do with the physical. Like the Maiden of Earth, ushers in something new in the earthly realm, which is money, housing, anything tangible you can put your hands on. And we do have, this death energy of moving out. So someone could be, what you desire is somebody moving out, and maybe you want to move out and you want a new beginning. You want this Maiden of Earth to start, it's like you want something physically new, but the thing is it's not a whole journey. You don't want to start over. So it's like your energy in the shadow is really conflicting, and maybe that's what is stuck, is like you're not sure how to feel emotionally about physical change. Here it's like you want a new beginning, but you don't want to take that new journey. It's really interesting. All right, let's see what they desire. Whoa, that came out fast. So they have some stuck energy too, and wow, whoa. So let's see here. What they desire is the Hermit. That is the Virgo card. They do fucking want you. They want you. So with the Tower in reverse, they don't want some sort of complete destruction. They don't want things to be, this Tower moment. They don't want things to come crashing down about this. And the stuck energy is the Knight of Wands. So sexually, they don't want this to go away, but they really do want you. They are following this flame. They do recognize that in the shadow there is this light, and they are following that light, and that light leads to you, Virgo. You are the Hermit. All right, let's see in the light. Oh, that was quick. Okay, so the wheel in reverse. So they don't want to